Hello everybody. We're in a bit early here. Apologies, but the reload went through very quickly. So we're on the way for game number 10 of our beautiful tournament. Just checking that everything is set up properly, and I'll get my spies out that I wasn't able to do before the reload. It's looking like I'm getting good spy RNG though, so that's a pleasant sign already, as I missed the first spy here. Great timing. Anyhow, I'm excited to finally, after 1 week, be able to continue the tournament. My exams have concluded, so I'm now able to fully focus on this. All but one spy having landed. This is fine. Yeah, Kia. Kismic, of course, the one who didn't let me land that spy. Unfortunate. Anyhow, welcome back to the stream, guys. I hope you're as excited for this one as I am. And we're gonna get on here with our Halu versus Antiquity series. No captain playing in this one. This is a little bit of lower tier players here. Should be exciting. We've got the captains pro tempore, I guess, as Elk and Towel. Here's the respective highest picks of their team, although both not the highest elo players on their teams, which would be SDN and Kismic. So it's a bit of an interesting matchup here. We'll see how everybody is gonna be, how everybody's gonna feel about their maps here, because this is pretty interesting. We've got some pretty decent land and also some, suboptimal one. It looks like none of the aggressives started without a river though, so that's already good news for some of these guys. In general, we had to sub in orbs here as a sort of last minute replacement for Zardos, so that should at least lower the chances here for Team Halu, because Zardos was supposed to play, and that would have been a slightly favorable matchup against the opponents, and now they are in a slightly unfavorable one. So I would say that Team Anti are the favorites in this matchup. We can see Abby here on the Incans playing the power pick for them. Again, for the map shape here, we've got another one of these alternating ring maps, meaning that, there's always two enemy civs next to one civ of your own. So it's Team A, Team B, Team A, Team B, Team A, Team B. Pretty easy to get a grasp of here as a viewer. And we'll see when these guys start making contact with each other. I would say it is a rather spaced out map with some very interesting corner-ish positions there. And since no civ here, or no team rather, has a clear scaling advantage or building advantage, in my opinion, I would say this map doesn't inherently favor anyone, although maybe you could argue that the Sumerians don't have a great way of choking someone out early here, so maybe that is a bit unfortunate for their team. But again, that is one argument you could make. You can also make an argument that it is a absolutely horrible map for the Egyptians here that Kismic is getting to pilot. So we'll see how these guys end up feeling about the map after the match, because again, this is some pretty questionable land for everybody, barring maybe Sumeria and Incans. All right, there we go. We've already got Abby out with his Chasky, as we saw, and he's done a great job of spotting the first opponent. He's going to get onto Towel here, it seems, and that is, of course, a great matchup. Looks like he's got his double move available still. Not sure how many movement points are left on that Chasky, but that is already a bit scary there for the Celts. Gotta make sure not to get caught out early on. It looks like he's doing his job here and diligently building early warriors, not to get rushed. Is Abby gonna move in here? We'll see. He's got the unit woken up. But no, he doesn't end up moving in, and he also doesn't get spotted out yet. Looks like maybe I don't think he's gonna come in here with his scout. I think he's gonna scout south to get con with his teammates. So no, I actually don't think that Abby's gonna get spotted here, and that is of course a bit scary for the Celts there. They don't have great land for themselves. At least they've got iron and cap, so that's gonna be good. For Towel, he's gotta make sure though not to. Oh boy, There we go. It's already getting a bit dicey, although I think he's got vision of that chess key now. What's Abby gonna do? I think he moved it a bit late at the end of last turn, so didn't have the chance to double move in. In any case, I think this should spot him here. I'm not 100% positive, but I think he's being seen by Tao there, who's sitting on his iron, having a nice spot there again. He's lacking decent city spots a bit, but he's got the iron cap, and I think he's not going to complain about that, if I had to be honest. Elk with a very interesting start here. He opens straight barracks archer. That is an interesting one. We'll see if that ends up serving him well. Looks like Kismic also popped a warrior on orbs here. That could potentially spell trouble for the Sumerians. I think he might be building a barracks here, actually, because he hasn't spawned a unit in quite a while here. So I hope this isn't gonna end too badly for him. Let's actually investigate that city to find out what he's. Hello? Oh, don't tell me I've crashed the game. Oh no. God bless. It is alive. Oh no. He's just building an Enkidu. Oh, well, I'm an idiot, aren't I? He must have built a barracks first, because he hasn't spawned a unit in quite some time. I'll also try and get that spy onto Egypt now that I've got some downtime here. This time around it goes better. Alright, good position here early for Kismek. He's got nice vision, although his land isn't that great. Let's see if he'll double move into Samaria now. I would expect him to. There goes the conscript. Out comes the veteran Enkidu. Alrighty then. So Orbs is in a little bit of a rough spot here. Yeah, he cancels the worker move. I don't hate that, because he's only got that one unit in and he's not gonna get another one before the end of the turn unless he wants to work double forest, which would be painful. So I actually don't hate that move of canceling the worker move, just to be sure. Okay. Elk and Abbey having made con over here is pretty nice for their team. That early expansionist trade coming in clutch. We'll see what Kismic's going to be able to get done here. Maybe he's going to be able to block some bonus grasslands, although I don't think a conscript warrior is going to be able to get a whole lot done against Sumerians here. Maybe he's going to give a GA early over here. Maybe that is actually the best use of that warrior. Just straight up attacking into If you get crazy RNG, you just kill him, and if you don't, then which is very likely, then you just get that free. Give him a early GA. Interesting plan for Abbey there, as he plans a second city off river actually. Well, that is questionable. I figure why not just plant there? Maybe he doesn't want to plant too far apart without having that road. SDN also going for the second city over there, as we can see. Doesn't plant optimally for corruption, but of course that BG in the vines should make that way worthwhile. Kismek actually taking the opposite approach, and he's moving back and forth. I'm not sure if he's actually trying to block specific tiles with that one, but he's now also retreating a bit with that warrior and doesn't want to get caught with his pants down at home, especially now that he's got that settler out. And oh, you can see already SDN also sending a warrior down, so Kismic gotta make sure not to get overrun completely at home. I like how Orbs is playing it safe early, protecting his worker. Maybe get another Enkidu and then start spamming over to Egypt is what I would recommend in that spot. We see the Hittite scout also moving around now. He should be able to make contact with Tal pretty soon. No settler yet for the Celts. We'll see if that ends up. Yep, alright, there he goes. Egypt war on Hittites. We see right there. Oh, a very bad roll there for Kismik. It was favored in that one, ends up losing it, and now he's gonna be on the back end of things here for a while, because there's a bunch of warriors streaming into his land now. Gotta see how he'll handle that, and as we saw, Antremont also just dropping down to size 1. There goes the Celt settler. I like that city placement a lot on the tundra, which is a useless tile, and it's on the river, so pretty decent second city, and you don't need to plant anywhere for res anyways, so that's completely fine as far as I'm concerned. Just veteran archer spam though from Elk. I haven't seen that from anybody Well, it's not really a spam, it's just two archers and a warrior. Maybe I'm overstating it a bit. Haven't seen that from anybody in the tourney yet. So another turn ends. Here's my great move there. Outspeeds the warrior, the Enkidu, on that mountain. That is potentially big because he can. Yeah, he bought himself a time, one turn essentially, before that Enkidu can get onto his mine. So I like that. Getting some more warriors out now. Memphis is decently safe planned as well, so he shouldn't be in danger of dying or anything here. Just gotta play very defensively here for a while. Only bad news for him, he's not getting closer to his horses. Maybe a city on this hill and then a temple could be a good call here for Egypt because they're religious, so you get that cheaper temple and potentially that way easier to secure those horses. Yeah, in case you're not really able to free yourself from the Sumer choke that is expected to be coming in soon there. Well, for now, he's just blocking off the Sumerians there. That was actually quite decently done. Gotta see how he's gonna handle that. I don't think he... Maybe if he pulls a... yeah, he would have to somehow bait the Sumerians into attacking him. Otherwise, he can't block him out anymore. Sumer e5. I think Abi Kismek might be aware of that. Because he's, of course, been sitting there for a while. Second city now also coming out for Rome, so everybody here expanding. Other than Orbs, I think you should get more involved in Egypt now. Send a couple of sorry, what's the word again? Enkidu, yeah, over there. And there we go, Sumer GA, he says, as he gives it over. And well, let's see what he can do against the Enkidu there. Wow, he again outspeeds, and there goes. That was just a great trade for Kismet. Gets a promotion on top of it, and that is a big relief for him because he's been sitting in for ages now, so he knows there's no more Enkidu around his land, so he can now completely focus on walling off SDN in the north. That was quite unfortunate there for Orbs. He really couldn't afford to get walled off like that. So that was definitely a misplay by him. Quite far apart. City placement for Elk, it seems, as he moves up with his veteran archers. But Towel playing it nice, getting those warriors. Look at this ring of protection there. He's got the vision everywhere he needs it. So I like that from the Celts for sure. Iron secured, so that means, of course, no worries here for the next couple of turns coming. The only concern maybe if your team Halu here, Kismic needing a Porsy stance. Maybe I better save here. Yeah, let me... Yeah, he says again. Kismic asking for a pause here, so we'll see what's up with him there. What? I mean, are they talking about Discord? That is... I've never had that during a tourney. Oh, can you hear my voice or what? Is it this? Is it the Sif voice chat or what? Again, the Sif voice chat bug. I know that. What's going on there? Could be. I mean, Hello, hello, test, 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 hello, hello, test, 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 hello, hello, hello. Test, okay. Okay. All right, think we've resolved it. So I was the issue there, actually. Who knew? All right. Hope we don't drop after this pause, but I did save before, so maybe it wouldn't be the end of the world. Looking bad. Looking real bad, eh? Ah, what's going on there? Ah, lovely game, isn't it? Civ 3. High tech. Happens though, we've all been there. Alright, I did save before the pause, so that isn't the end of the world, as I said. So, gotta put that reload screen up, and I'll see you guys here in a few minutes. Once this reload comes through. Unfortunate, of course. I wonder why they thought it was Towel, though. That wasn't their voice chat. Do I sound like Towel? How does Towel even sound? Alright, rebooting and rehosting, I guess. Alright, there we go then. Oh. Alright. We're waiting for everybody to assemble the reload, of course, so don't panic, guys. We'll get going here soon. Alright. Alright, still not quite everybody here, but a. Alright, so far not much has been going on in this early game. Sumerians have just been G8 as we saw. Egypt a bit on the back foot, but they're looking safe. And we know that Elk's sending archers to Rome, or to, he's Rome himself, to the Celts rather. So I guess we gotta see how that plays out. If Tal can defend that effectively. He's got quite the mountainous land, so I think if he gets a warrior wall going, should be pretty safe there. Most likely. Who knows though. No. Can SDN IPN? Yeah, looks like it. He did restart the PC. I like that diligence. Gotta make sure to reboot properly. Alright, looks like everybody has reassembled. Turn time on normal, all good. Kismic needing to check here. I'm exposing everybody today, doesn't matter. There we go. There we go, loading back in. Alright, there we go. Hope you guys can see as well. Looking fine, so yeah, here we are, mid-turn. As I said, I got that save off. Hopefully nobody can hear me now. Test, test, test. Anybody hearing me here? Test. Looks fine. Of course, I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to the players in the game. But yeah, looks like it is fixed. There goes SDN as we saw moving in with his warriors. Not quite full HP, even so Kismic should be able to defend that quite easily. He got on his road, so that is the most important thing. As the turn ends, he gets another two warriors. Apparently, SDN going for the hit onto Thebes there. Looks like he killed one of them, and he hasn't hit with the other one, it seems. But wow, that was good RNG there. Gets that hit off and lives to tell the tale, apparently. As we still see Elk approaching there with his double archers. Gonna march into Entremont. I would like to see Tau put up that warrior wall now. Pretty easily wallable if he just gets 5 or 6 warriors on this mountain range there. That is, I think, everything he needs in order to build up with another city or two even. Although you really don't want to plant there, I don't think, to preserve that, yeah, that fruitful tile. So we'll see how he's going to do it. It looks like Kismic just rolled, said to himself, I've got enough warriors to wipe these guys out, and he did. So now he's in a pretty nice spot. Nobody anywhere near him now. Maybe another worker could actually serve him well to be able to hook those forces there more yeah, quickly, because you don't really want to get Enkidu spent before you have your GA. That would be, well, after that, it would just be difficult to build anything up. So we'll see. Gotta make sure not to get them yeah, not to get them resources denied. But it looks like nobody is for the time being trying to contest those forces. It's just that they are not necessarily close as Abbey. Moves on in to SDN. Looks like no real vision here being put up by the Hittites. I wonder what SDN's doing. Maybe he's just building barracks right now, so he can start getting a few 3-mans, but we'll see. Got to go back. Reload. I wasn't ready for start. Lost everything. What does that mean? Uh, I mean, yeah. Uh, what can I say there? If you're not ready for start, I mean, you were checked in. I like the banter though. Looks like everybody wasn't fixed with their mutes. So we'll see about that. As Abby got a nice warrior wall going, and same thing now for Tal too. He's got the barracks in Andromond, which is nice, I think. Uh, yeah, I'm uh, just trying to explain to him that would be quite unfair to reload now. Yeah, it's been 2 turns of people using units against other units. Oh boy. All right, we'll see. I'm not sure what he's saying. He lost barracks. What does that mean? Maybe he didn't have time to fix his finances in the barracks, so that would be pretty unfortunate. Don't you dare quit. Oh boy, don't you dare. It's all good, guys. We don't need to start drama here now over a sold barracks. Looks like Egypt's still holding on there in and I like what he's doing. All right, all right. At least he's got that fighter's spirit. That is good to hear. Well, Elk's got them archers on over there, but I think Tal is making it a point not to give that iron up. Maybe another warrior on it couldn't hurt, but for now at least, I think he should be. Yeah, he's probably ready to reinforce if he needed to. Looks like Elk just chilling there for the time being, though. 3 units on there. Wonder if he's able to. Yeah, as I look at this, those regular warriors aren't really that scary. Could definitely try and yeah, push through into the backline here onto the tiles, and would be difficult to clear an archer stack out at always as always. My God, what's going on with my talking? Well. SDN has started that 3-man production. Didn't even go for the barracks in Tarsus. Maybe a pop rush, I thought could have been done there, but looks like he didn't deem that necessary. And I wonder how he's gonna do that. Is he just gonna 2 city stack up chariots, because that is taking ages and that isn't efficient. As Abi struggling to keep that warrior wall intact, but he does manage to do so. Again, he's got a pretty decent land here. Enough space for another 2 or 3 cities. In a relatively safe spot with no Vikings to raid him, so he's doing just fine there, I would say. And he's even got a coastal city himself, so he can maybe even have a bow. Well, how to say this? Yeah, naval pressure is what I mean. Maybe able to do something there himself. Is that another settler out of Thebes, or is that still size 1 from the Heliopolis settler? I wonder. In any case, maybe another worker could be a thing there for Kismik, as I said before. Although he's industrious, maybe the one worker is just enough. Who knows though? Rome still roading up to their iron. I'd like to see that. Kismik now beaten back at least a bit there as he goes for the move, just as I said, and he even gets the promotion out of it, as Abi also doing some cleanup in his land. Everybody getting decent rolls on offense. And that is interesting. We've got the elite archer on top now, of course. Elk RNG strikes again. Well, he isn't lying. Rome moving on through. He's already got the road up. Oh, wow, he's already got the worker there, so he can even upgrade already. And he's already rode it half the way up to Celts as well. So maybe gonna be able to put some pressure there with the legions soon. He's not probably gonna be able to deny that iron, but he's at least threatening the trial improvements now. So I like that. Very, very interesting early play there from Rome, going for the instant barracks into double archer, but looks like he's getting something out of it at least. Tell now making sure to protect that iron. As we see the first fire set off here for this stream. It happens to the best of us. And Abby now pretty much unbothered here. All right. Buddy. I wonder. So, as I said coming in, I think this map was pretty much 50-50 for both sides. I think there were some clear upsides and downsides for every party involved. However, judging by how this has played out so far, I would say that Team Anti has taken a pretty decisive lead. We have Incans being able to build up freely, whereas the Celts are being pressured. We've got Rome, who didn't have iron, but have already managed to secure that, even quicker than the Celts, presumably. And then we've got Egypt, who should have been choked out, but just played it better than their enemies, so they got off pretty unscathed here. And wow, looks like I'll just try to end of turn attack into this. No, where did he attack? Towel RNG begins. Wow, did he just attack into this and didn't even do more than 1 point of damage? So it healed as the turns flipped. No idea whatever happened there and where he attacked. Yeah, Tao just saying the same thing. Well, looks like there was just horrible rolling overall going on. As Abby now also getting caught with Kismic finally. So yeah, everybody knowing what's up here. Everybody having traded con. I'm not sure, however, if anybody. Well, oh no, we had the Hittites scout and do a cycle once around the map. So I think everybody should have con with each other, especially since they're asking for text to be traded. So I assume that they would at least have con with each other. Oh boy. Orbs is still talking about his own RNG. I hope he's got a decent game plan. I like his plan there on Suma. Decent second city, not too close. And some iron too if he ever ended up needing it. Looks like Abby's over here to maybe give his GA or get his GA rather. That's what I assume at least. Because he's on 3 cities now and maybe trying to start producing some chariots or something. Does he even have horses? Oh no, there's the horses. There we go. Could also do swordsman. In any case, this looks a lot like someone trying to take a GA to me. If only SDN knew that he could take a free scout over there from Abby. That's quite funny too, the way they're positioned over there. But Elk losing a lot of pressure with that archer stack. Wonder if he's... Oh, he just roaded that. He didn't even colony. I thought he would... What's going on, guys? Am I dropping here? Please don't tell me. I hope I stay alive. Maybe let me close some stuff that I still have open. Oh boy, I didn't even have that much open. Anyways, let's just hope it stays fine. There we go. GA ends up being given over to Inca, who are already the score leaders, so they're gonna start booming now. Maybe just making a regular archer say. I'm not really sure what the play is here, because it's pretty difficult to make offensive plays on this map. Maybe they are just going for score and for building, but oh yeah, there we go. Finally, Elk with that plant here. Antium gives him the iron, gets the upgrade. Let's see how many legions he ends up getting. Well, not that many for now, but should be enough for GA at any rate. So yeah, I want to, as I said, this is a pretty difficult map to get a kill on. I wouldn't really play for score usually against Sumer, but you could do it in this game. I think you've got a nice early lead. Let's actually check that. Is that true? Do they have an early lead? We've got 67, 67, and 69 versus 66, 69, 74. So not really a lead, nothing to speak of. So I wonder, I think looking for a kill would be good here in any case. As the end deciding the best route to approach this from is over the seas, apparently. It looks like Abbey is defending all his cities quite well. Maybe the same cannot be said for Kismic, who knows? I like Abbey also going for the galley. By the way, I'm not sure he put anything in there. I assume maybe just a pair of archers, but maybe he's just looking for defense there, and I wouldn't hate that move. I think an early galley like this, and he ends up being proven right by SDN here, right? So not a bad idea. SDN, oh yeah, he does actually. I was just gonna say that he could just unload here and ferry a couple more chariots over. However, it appears as though he's gonna get spotted out there rather soon. Ooh, decent move there with the plant here, but nah, he doesn't have any more moves on that galley, I don't think. Nope, just puts the unit in the boat, and therefore he's gonna need a few more turns in order to get that ready for use, because of course it's out of moves right now. I wonder, yeah, I wonder if Abbey's gonna move. He's definitely gonna move with that galley. Only question I guess would be where he's gonna move. Maybe well, SDN has two coastal cities now, so maybe not a bad idea to take a look at what's going on down there. As we see, nothing really going on anywhere else. So this is definitely the most interesting part of the map. This is super funny though, being in this lone corner of the island there where Abi doesn't have any vision. SDN always finds creative angles to attack people from. Put in more units, but shouldn't just put them in the boat. Should definitely load the boat up from out of Ugarit so we could 1, 2, 3 unload there end of turn or something if he needed to. I would prefer that. We got the upgrades coming in for everybody now. We've already talked about Rome with the legions who are now going north. He's just looking for his GA, I guess. And we've got the Gallic upgrade for the Celts too. We've got GA probably about to be given over right here as we are watching it in real time. There goes the war chariot. Good job there. I like that. That is something that I praised from Team Anti in the last game as well. I like to see their GAs. Yeah, well, their early GAs in general, and they are doing the same thing here. They're taking them some more sneakily than others, but they are definitely making sure not to wait too long and get them going early, so that they're definitely way more likely to be able to build up a killing stack, which is something that I discussed at length with Rabdag, I believe, in the last podcast episode. If you're interested in checking that out, maybe I'll post the link in the stream chat again. In the stream chat again. Exactly. There we go. More 3-men being ferried over. I think SDN is. Oh yeah, there he goes. Now goes another way with that galley. Wonder maybe he's trying to put some pressure onto Egypt. Next, decent play there, and Abbey apparently, I'm not sure if he ever ended up moving down there, but made a second galley, and he's also looking to do some naval plays here. Maybe that is the angle for SDN, although he isn't really. Oh, there he goes. End of turn, moves in with his 4 chariots. What's he going to be able to do there? I think he's going to move for Cusco, but Abbey does have the units to reinforce. He could also go for the road, but I think he's hitting straight for the capital there. Abbey, can he get some more reinforcements in? It looks like there's a warrior on top. Not the best sign if you're the Incans there. Another spearman should do the job though, and look at this. Looks like only 1 kill ended up coming through there for SDN, so that is a lot of shields lost, but at least it is the GA for him, in case that was an actual kill, which I would expect. But That is pretty big there. He only using 4 units to only get 1 kill with is quite problematic there, because Abbey now can start his own naval counterplay, and the Hittites did invest a lot of shields into that. Gotta remember that these 3-man chariots are very expensive units. So you don't really want to throw him away like that. Roman galley out as well. Maybe he can make something work there at Sumeria. We gotta see. Nobody using the volcanic islands here, which of course isn't as necessary when you're on a on a alternating map like this one. I wonder what Estien's plan is now. He was able to at least save that 3 men for another turn. Get some nice vision. That is pretty important. He's able to spot those 2 galleys, so he can act accordingly at home. He doesn't have a lot of 3 men left, I think. Maybe 2 on this galley here, and could be looking to make use of the volcanic route this time around. We'll see about that. Looks like eventually Elk was able to outspeed Towel there, so I assume he's in his GA now. How many galleys are we actually looking at here? I don't think it's a ton of them. Well, it is enough to make a play with in any case. Nobody really roading somebody up, preparing a stack. That is the most ridiculous thing I've read today. There goes Abbey, end of turn, gets the chariot cleared out. Oh boy, I missed the landing. I showed you guys the galley a second ago there. Oh boy, he captured the city though. So wow, that was actually just able to be taken by 2 legions apparently. That is bad RNG for Orbs, assuming he had more than one Enkidu in there. But good job, Elk, I guess. He finds the angle, and his is the first naval play to actually succeed, as we're gonna have to probably reload here. First kill comes through, and Elk, he's making a lot of noise in these games he's in, that's for sure. Now ends up getting an actual kill too, so that is a big advantage now for team. I'm thinking because the captains aren't in this game, so it's a bit difficult to keep track of. I'm talking about big advantage for team Anti, obviously, getting that first take out down on team Halu, and Orbs here ends up dying there just as he was chatting too. That is pretty unfortunate. Well, it happens, I assume. Okay. All right. Looks like we're not gonna need Orbs to rejoin. We can just do an AI probably. All right, there we go. We're all gathered up for this reload. Oops, I didn't even switch to the reload screen. Noob streamer here. There we go, setting it up, of course, with the AI. Yep, that is Sumeria. So should be all good. So we're getting back in here in a second. All right, let's hope this works out. So we see these are the legions that were landed. Let's hope he can still get the RNG that he had previously. Nice. All right, there we go. Saving just to be sure. It looks like Abi and SDN also resolving that one up there. All right. So I think everybody happy with how that panned out. Now the kill on orbs is nice. Gotta see how that'll affect it though. Maybe somebody can recapture here. Because Alk doesn't have a ton of defenders over there just yet. Abby getting a few boats out now. I like to see that. Maybe he can capitalize on that failed attack from the Hittites. Towel apparently asking for more gold. As did I see we celebrate the yeah, they're actually celebrating in Andromont. Score pumping already. Look at those guys. SMH, am I right? Oh, I made a mistake there. I thought Egypt could just retake there, but of course Egypt is his teammate. Now that is a very difficult city to retake, and that is a pretty nice aspect of these maps, of these alternating ring maps. If you kill anybody, it is rather difficult for the opponent to retake. So you're more incentivized to make offensive plays, right? Because even though Sumer isn't defended well right now, the nearest enemies or the only two enemies are the Hittites and the Celts up there, so they're never going to be able to retake that within the next 10 turns, which is pretty great for making offensive plays. I liked to see that. GA taken by the Celts there. I didn't quite see who they ended up getting it from, but apparently Stray Warrior might have been on that mountain. Good job by Tau, making sure walls even for Roman Antium. Wonder if that was actually necessary. But hey, it's now Towel and STN against the other three guys. They're gonna start falling behind in score very quickly here. So you can see they were holding up pretty nice so far, but that a loss of the third player is gonna become noticeable very, very quickly, and even more so towards the end of the game as we get our first real burning first real burning cap. Love to use that emoji whenever I can. Now also even the wall in Sumer Elk, making sure not to get cheesed out there. Even the promotion apparently on the Legion, so he's definitely not gonna complain about that reload. Though we don't know, of course, if he got it before as well. Is SDN gonna be able to protect himself against all the landing forces? Oh, I think he made a mistake there. I wonder if Abi's got the moves left to exploit that. Good adjustment by SDN. He was about to be caught out there. 2 units on that time might also be a bit of an overcommitment. I wonder if he knows that there is 2 more boats hanging around in the area. And Abby's doing a really good job of now slowly getting a gist of how, yeah, gauging how strong SDN is at home anymore. He of course lost all four 3-man chariots in that play earlier. We must not forget. He's now boating around with his galley, as we saw, and it looks like, wow, it looks like Tao was actually able to completely clean up. It's not my mutes that's lacking, is it, Kismic? Are you hearing me? I hope you're not again. What I was saying though is that SDN boat, I wonder where that's gonna go, because there's not an obvious target for it. Gotta see what he ends up making with that. And there we go, Abby just landing there at Tarsus. I like that play. Now he's got the ability to double move onto the city end of turn. He's also got his fleet in the north still. So I like what he's doing there. Wow, he's actually just Omega pumping out boats. He might have even hurried one, pop rushed one in Tiwanaku there, as the city is back to size 1. Could have also been the settler there, though, if I'm honest. I like to see that. He's really focusing, he's leaning heavily into the naval warfare here. I don't think it is really necessary, but it is putting pressure on the two enemies here. The more pressure you put on them, the harder it gets for them to get a kill, and they are 100% gonna need a kill if they wanna have any chance in coming back in this one. No way you're outscoring 3 people as 2, especially when you're not even that big at this point yourselves. So yeah, we'll see how they'll be able to manage that. It looks like at least Tau did trade favorably against Elk in the west. And let's see, is Abby gonna make his move here? He doesn't move the ships, and that is curious. I wonder what his I thought he was gonna just double move here and then land at Ugarit as well. He's got the vision of this tile, so he knows that he could have landed, but maybe didn't have all the units ready yet. That could be a reason. Maybe he wants to bring more units over, even with that, with those swordsmen that he's clearly now preparing for that landing. I wonder though, maybe he's gonna try to also get some roads here. We'll see how this ends up playing out. Just swordsman here. I would have liked to maybe put an archer or 2 in there, which makes it harder to clear out. But swordsmen are already pretty decent units in defense as well. As long as you don't have berserks, I guess. No cons. So maybe he's actually gonna try to make his move end of turn here. And same thing true for SDN. He could also, I don't know if he's got moves left on that one. It's also, oh no, never mind. Celts are his teammate. There he goes. It looks like Avi's gonna try and double move onto the road there, but reinforcements coming in for SDN. He's now moving in the fleet. Looks like he didn't get the landing off the. Oh, that sucks for him. Wow, that's a big swordsman stack. He wasn't able to apparently get off in time here. At least not if I saw that correctly. So big win for SDN here, as he doesn't lose his units here, and he doesn't give the tile up, and he also doesn't get killed at Ugarit. Now it's still a handful to deal with here. It looks like Abby's just going straight for the hit in Tarsus. That's not a bad play. Maybe SDN's got moves left on these guys. I'm not sure though. Looks like he's not got that much left in the city. Abby's swordsmen all out of moves, though, I suspect. So, yeah, good defense by SDN still. He didn't kill any units, however, so that is pretty sad for him there. Didn't get great RNG, although, of course, with just a bunch of 1 defense units in there, you're also not expecting to take out a ton of swordsmen. Low that RNG. Not sure if he's just talking about this Abbey stack up there. I'm not 100% aware of where he would be fighting. But hey, there we go. Is Abby just gonna retry at Tarsus? It doesn't look like it. Elk, or SDN rather, is recommitting units there. Now both the swordsman stack have moves ready, and he's even bringing more units over. It looks like that's just a ton of boats. Look at this fleet here. For the first time, we're getting an actual fleet here from one of these guys. Love to see that. Much more than SDN does, probably. So it looks like Abby is getting hit out of Tarsus here, actually. It looks like SDN is the one on the offensive. And Abby moves those units out. It's just incredible. He hasn't even lost any units there just yet. So I think he's getting some real good value out of that boating play, as opposed to SDN, who wasn't so fortunate earlier. Now Abby able to do a double move here potentially. He could also just take the road and go for a hit on Ugarit if he feels like that is a promising. Is he going for an end of turn stack attack? And not sure it was a stack attack. Could have been single units as well. So I don't know that. In any case, it looks like it didn't cause any weird interactions there, at least unless I saw that wrong. I'm not again, correct me if you saw any improper play there. There we go though. SDN able to get that stack dealt with at least. So sigh of relief at least for Team Halu. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was a wrong play by Abby. Apparently he tried to get it off sooner, but yeah, you gotta just make sure. Yeah, it is right. We're not debating that. Yeah, of course. Oh, wow, I missed that landing down here completely. Actually, oh boy, I'm doing a bad job of keeping track of everything. But it looks like Elk is doing a better job than me in that regard. I'm unsure how many units were actually unloaded there. Would assume that he just dropped everything, because why not? But I am not 100% sure there. Even the chariots now coming out for Rome, I'm not sure if you really need that, because Egypt isn't going to upgrade anything. Abbey isn't going to upgrade anything. He's not building anything to upgrade, at least. So I think you could just heavily lean into warriors there as Rome. Not sure I would even do any chariots. But maybe he wants more flexibility there on offense. Needs the full repertoire available. I respect it. And Astian moves out, trying to go for that swordsman attack. He can't attack it though. I wonder if he's aware. That is pretty awkward. Oops. Yeah, I got a screenshot of that. That is just too funny. With Abby's chat message as well. Lol, he moves out with those chariots. Poor guy. It's also funny that there's this one random marsh on this map, the single random marsh tile. It's jungled there too, but the single marsh makes it so funny. And he just can't attack him there. That is pretty unfortunate for SDN. I like how he defended that though. That was a pretty good defense. Um, yeah. Um, we'll see. If he actually ends up being able to somehow, yeah, maybe with the help of Towel, pressure Abby enough in order to get a kill. Eventually, looks like, oh, interesting. Good thing that Abby's got me unmuted so I can follow along with the conversation there a bit. Looks like he's average to Celts. That is actually surprising. Celts haven't fought anybody so far, really. So I wouldn't expect him to actually be that strong to the Celts. But Towel, of course, with a big stack of expensive units, even more of them at home, maybe he's going to be able to do something now. And he's got decent roads at home, so he's not going to be completely overwhelmed. I don't think, at least. Let's see if Towel can get anything done there. He's got a pretty decent position to act from. The only problem is he can't really block the road, at least not without help from SDN, who doesn't really have a lot of units to spend too. Same thing for Kismig, that makes sense. He hasn't really fought either. Let's see, there go the Celts moving in to Incaland. Burning is Cusco. What is Tal going to do with that? He puts one on the road. Decent play there. He goes over the river. That is important too. Is he just going to start hitting? He is apparently, and Machu Picchu is not that well defended. He bought himself a couple of valuable seconds with that Gallic, but maybe he should have put 2 or 3 Gallics on that road because Abbey is now able to reinforce. Although I don't think a lot of units are moving in there right now. I don't see a lot of movement. However, he's still got beefy guys there in Machu Picchu, and the stack from Towel is shrinking. It looks like all the attacks are through, and Abby has held up just fine. That was a decent play from Towel, although Abby seemed to have a lot of military units stored up in Machu Picchu. Maybe that is his base that he's trying to get his next play. That he's trying to get his next play started from. Maybe he was storing a couple of units up in there. Whatever the reason, he did a good job of fortifying that city. So even though the road was temporarily blocked. He got the defense off in the end. I like to see that. However, does Towel have anything left to do with this stack? He could move it out because he barely lost units. I think he could move out with the stack, refill those HP, or he could look for a sneaky play somewhere. Let's see what he ends up doing there. Next turn starting, he isn't that keen on getting out apparently, as nowhere else is real fighting going on. Just Elk pressuring Towel a bit, but nothing committal yet. Towel in a very safe defensive position there. He retakes the road here. Interesting. He gets the pillage off, so that is quite big. He's also got the option to take that worker if he needed to, but it looks like he's now getting attacked potentially from outside Machu Picchu, or just a bit of fortifying going on now. Abby is definitely trying to clear out a few Galax from this deck here. How is Towel gonna react? Oh, that is cool. Oh, that is so cool. Wow, he can just take those units out one by one, and he even gets a free movement point here from Abby. Lol, that is actually so funny. Look at this. As the retreats come in, he gets one after the other moved out of there. I can't lie, that is pretty entertaining. However, it looks like his retreats start fading here, as he's just got a bunch of 1 HP guys left. And at this point, I don't really understand why he isn't just moving out of there. Don't think there's really a point of sticking around that much longer. Don't really, right? You can just, yeah, probably just move out as he gets another kill at least. Although maybe he's trying to look for the pillage here as well. Maybe he's given up on these 1 HP guys as movement starts occurring in the east as well. He gets onto the road, but Abby wasn't ready for that. He protects that tile, and that could end up being big if maybe a 2-city attack ended up coming through here eventually. However, he's still got to make sure to get the road down here back pretty quickly if he doesn't want to fall victim. 10 Galax down, he says. That might very well be true. And I think the chances for Team Halu are pretty slim at this point. The initial Galax stack was devoured there by the Incan walls at Machu Picchu. And as the end, we saw his initial attack fail early as well. Now, with his GA, he's been able to produce a pretty decent new mini stack here, I guess, but that shouldn't really be too scary to anyone on the other team. So I wonder where he's gonna go, what he's gonna look for with that. Elk still giving Chowl some trouble here, it seems, although not able to get through the mountain range at this point. It seems maybe he's gonna look for another end of turn attack here, just like he did before with those mountains. Gonna see. And SDN apparently got rid of all those swordsmen that we had there. So he's yeah, freeing himself up at home, but he's not really. Yeah, look at this. The main problem right now to basically just simplify what we're looking at here. We know Towel or SDN need to get at least 1 kill, and they don't have the tools to do that in a conventional manner. Abby is more powerful than Towel at this point, and SDN is definitely less powerful than Abby and Kismic at this point. Maybe you could argue Abby is a bit weaker than I just said, because, I mean, he did tank a lot of units, but I think he's been trading very favorable. So at this point, I don't think they have a way of getting a conventional kill there. So the only thing I could really see happening is a random boating incident occurring, but I'm not even sure what that would look like, because there's really all these guys' empires are so small that you can reinforce every city quite easily. So really, I don't see any weak points that you could try and attack there. And yeah, those random chariots and Galax across the map are probably also not gonna be game winners if I had to guess. But hey, we saw earlier that Tal still had a bunch of Galax at home. There we go. He still has a couple of units left there. Maybe together with Estienne. That's probably at this point their only chance. Maybe if they boated someone together or sent the Galax at somebody and then join in with the 3-man. Those are powerful 2-move units, so you can definitely cut some roads and attack a city with them if you coordinate it well. I wonder if they are actually able to do that, especially with SDN here. You could definitely try and boat over again to the Incans, try and cut a road there, and have the Galax join in that way. I'm just spitballing ideas here right now because there's really not an obvious angle to me. Looks like the Egyptians might be about to lose their horses there if he doesn't do anything about it. I wonder why he isn't just hitting into that. Looks like, oh, wait, what is going on with Egypt? Does he have all the units in this one city? Oh boy, that is, oh my lord. Well, this game is either completely over, or it's the biggest noob out I've seen in the history of this game. If Kismic somehow ends up fumbling this, he's got all the units in this one city, so he looks a bit unsuspecting. That is not to be taken lightly, though. He's got that stack. I want to see him completely ram it down someone's throat as Elk ends up going for the landing back here, I wonder. It looks like, oh, already last 20 turns here, so we need kills pretty soon, else it's not gonna matter anyways. Going for a pretty questionable landing spot. And there we go. Looks like STN and Tel within 20 turns. They're not gonna be able to find a kill here anymore. I respect their effort. It's pretty unfortunate they had to play with that emergency sub here, but thanks to Orbs for being able to spontaneously fill that spot. And with that, Team Anti takes the 2-1 series lead in this match. And with this result, the 3-way tie in the group stage is also not possible anymore. And if I'm not completely mistaken, it also... Does it guarantee first place? It at least guarantees a tie for first place. That is for sure. If Team Halu ends up winning every game from here on out, they could still possibly tie for first place. I'm not sure with the maths here. But in any case, we're not going to be getting a 3-way tie in the group stage here anymore. Team Anti now at least in a tie for first place, as I said. So they're in great shape here, picking up the win from the substitute weakened Team Halu. GG's to everybody involved here. Yeah, it was an interesting one, but Elk, again, maybe the MVP here with his pretty aggressive roam play. And Tao, good job there with the Galaxy. Sad for Kismic that he didn't get to use his chariots there in the end. But still, was a fun one. I was very grateful to get another tournament game going here after 1 week of break. We might be getting another one tonight. Stay tuned for that. I'll announce it in the chats if it ends up happening, but I'm not positive about that yet. So we'll have to wait and see there. Thanks for joining, everybody, and I'll see you guys for the next tourney game.